bet you thought this was going to be an English one. Before we go any further, let's do inventory. I like to do inventory, see what we got. Do we have any Muslims with us today? Raise your hand. Whoops. Okay. Do we have with us today any non-Muslims? Not Muslim yet. No, we all yet. Not yet. He said no. I like being surrounded by all these terrorists. No, I mean Muslims. It really helps to get out of these jokes. They don't get any better. What I'd like to do is begin by setting the tone for the program tonight. We want to talk on the subject of working together, of all human beings, that is, here on our planet, working together, side by side, regardless of what our faiths are, working for something good, something for the future for all people. And in doing that, sometimes we have to have a better understanding of the words that we're going to be using. Be sure that when I say something, you understand where I'm coming from with it, and how we're using expressions, what we mean by what we say. And then also a little bit, perhaps, of what it is that Muslims actually do believe. And help, I hope, to remove some of the misconceptions, misunderstandings that have, to date, have been a problem between Islam and the faith. They basically already told you my background is that I was a Christian, I became a Muslim. But I do recall specifically that when my father told us we were going to be doing business with a Muslim, I was very upset about it because, of course, following the media, this is back in 1991, I was listening and watching what's going on these Muslims. We had a lot of influence in Texas there from the Sheikh Muslims who were coming over from Iran at that time, learning to fly helicopters and so on. And all I could think about was terrorists, hijackers, kidnappers, bad people. They don't believe in God. They're worshiping a black box out in the desert somewhere and they're kissing the ground 5 times a day. Learn more about what Islam really is. It wasn't until then that I began to realize that there was a lot of misinformation. And the more time I spent with him, and then with the Quran, and then with the Arabic language, the more I realized that not only the non-Muslims are having a problem catching it, even some of the Muslims today are experiencing this difficulty. Not because there's anything really tough about it other than we just don't apply ourselves. You know, when you want to bad enough, you find a way to get something done. Somebody tells you you can make $400,000 a year in a new vocation, but it's going to take you 4 years of study to get there. You're going to have to learn a new language to do it, and also learn some stuff about computers. You would have absolutely no problem doing that, would you? And in the same way, if you really want to learn something about Islam, you can do it. First word I'd like to clarify is the word Allah. There's a question mark in the minds of a lot of people whether or not Allah really is the God that created everything to start with. Some question whether or not this is even anything to do with Christianity or Judaism. Others have flatly denied it, so there's no possible way this is totally some pagan moon god that was made of. In fact, one PhD in California wrote a whole book about it. But I'll share with you some just facts and let you consider for yourself what you want to believe. All of us have probably been in a hotel or motel at some time in our life. I wonder if you'd ever notice when you pull out the drawer by the bed, there's a Bible in there. You ever notice that? They're free, placed there by the Gideon Society. These guys do a pretty good job. Muslims, take note. It'd be nice if we did a little bit of work once in a while. Now, if you'll turn 5 pages and look, you'll find that they're going to give you examples of languages they have translated the Bible into. The first being the Afrikaans language, which is a form of Dutch. The second one is Arabic. And they've translated the verse out of the Gospel of John, chapter 3, verse 16. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world." So just go there and look and see, what did they say in Arabic? It says, "For Allah so loved the world." What is that? Alif, Lam, Mem, Ha is how you spell it. It's right there. I don't believe it's the same God that you need to tell the millions of Arab Christians in the world that they're saying the wrong word. Now, if you want to carry it a step further, somebody might say, well, okay, forget about Christianity, but it's nothing to do with the Jewish God. I have a Bible at home in Arabic called Kitab al-Maqdis, which means the sacred book or holy book. When you open it up to Genesis, page 1, if you read Arabic, you can count 17 times. Page 1, the word Allah. So now why then is this such a problem for the Western world to accept Allah is none other than the same one mentioned there? One possibility, and I want to open this up so that it's not, we're going to just talk about conspiracy theories or anything like that, but one possibility that you might like to consider is the fact that English is a very weak language when it comes to the subject of religion. It's very difficult to express many things that come from Hebrew, Aramaic, language of Jesus, and Arabic. It's very difficult to bring those to English. If you doubt what I just said, read the diaries of those who translated the Bible to English in 1611. Because they had a diary and talked about the difficulties and how they were forced to make lesser choices of words. Now, a lot of it deals with the subject that English is weak, very weak. Proof? I'll let you think about it. Go to the Webster's Dictionary and look up the word God. And what does it tell you? G-O-D. Anything which is the object of worship. Could be a rock, a stick, a stone, a bone. Could be a person. Could be stars, the moon. Could be money, as in God we trust. All others pay cash. Could be a woman, a man, something that is the object of your devotion, affection, worship, thanksgiving, one that you supplicate to, one that you would dedicate your life to, etc. All of these things can be a God, a G-O-D. So now I'm going to ask you, that's one and only God that created the heavens and the earth and the universe and everything in between. The one who created Adam and Eve. The one who brought forth all that we see here today. What's his name? What should Christians call him? If you look in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, you won't find that nice title. No. You don't have a name because English doesn't have a word. That's the problem. In Arabic, there is a word. It's always been there. But you don't have anything to translate it to. The word in Arabic, if you go to the Malvern